everyone, socalval here. Welcome to GAW TV. That's a hashtag GAW TV for those of you watching at home. Welcome to the show. Obviously, I cannot do this alone. I've got my girls with me. Lisa, you look beautiful tonight. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm just so excited to be here. This show has just taken over. I gave my 2 weeks notice at my job because GAW TV is time consuming and it's building and it's exploding. We didn't expect this reaction. So all you gorgeous people, thank you for tuning in and supporting such warmth and love.
Yeah, we honestly, we could go on and on about how much love you guys have shown, plus our Patreon. We'll get to that in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mickie James is in the house, and she's sporting a brand new, very safe look. Mickie, how you doing?
I'm just trying to be quarantined, you know. I'm out here. Oh, God, I can't breathe. Do you see this beautiful face mask, yo?
We're going to get one.
Joaquin sent this to me. Who is this? Adolfo. He made this. This is a specialty one. So, but it's like the flip-flop mermaid one. I was only wearing it for you guys. Honestly, all these little kids left my little area right now, so I can take it off. I don't want the germ. I don't want the vid.
No, Miss Rona is out, and she is ruining everything. So
She's ruining all the parties.
That's one grown-ass lady who's not invited to this show. But speaking of fabulous grown-ass women, we have had a couple lovely people on the show so far. You know, we really wanted to establish the show as kind of us and say hello to everybody. And then we're slowly starting to integrate our favorite grown-ass women. And ladies and gentlemen, Melina's here.
Hey, you guys, I love you. I'm so proud.
Hey, girl, hey! You look gorgeous.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I feel it.
Melina, you, first of all, you do look hashtag gorgeous. That's a hashtag as well, gorgeous. But obviously you always look beautiful, but tonight you look amazing. This is our favorite part of the show where we ask you, and you're the guest, you should go first. Who are you wearing and what are you drinking, girl?
I wish I could say it was a Yoshi kimono, but I got it from Amazon. I was like, I like this. I like turquoise. I like peacocks. And I got it. And I am drinking a sangria.
Ooh, fancy.
Lovely.
What a pretty glass.
I love it.
Look at that fancy glass.
Yeah, this is, and the backdrop, it's working.
Hopefully I don't mess it up.
Don't spill it. That's alcohol abuse.
It's my mermaid.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You look like a mermaid.
I love dolphins.
That's gorgeous.
That's so pretty.
Gorgeous it is. Lisa, who are you wearing and what are you drinking tonight, lady?
Well, hello. I am wearing another purchase from Ross. Like I said, Ross is clearing out their shelves, you guys. I'm telling you, $3, another $3 purchase. And I'm sporting, I got this phony pony. I know you guys think I'm cool.
It's so pretty on you.
And it's from Pretty Party. Yeah, so I on Facebook, I'm a sucker for all those new clothes and all these freaking make your teeth whiter, lashes that, when the Asian girl's making her lashes like down to here. I bought it. It did not do that for my eyes.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't.
She's like, I want to comb them.
I did. Well, the way they sold it was like that. But I am drinking from my other favorite store, the Dollar Tree, my coconut water, with the pulp in there. I went to my super discount store downtown, Mango Nectar.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay, and then I put some rum, just house rum.
Yeah.
And I chopped up watermelon in here. There's pieces of watermelon.
Ooh.
You're becoming a real mixologist these days.
You go. Alan's going to be upset. You're trying to take his job.
You're coming for his job. You're coming for his job. Before we go to the armbar, I want to ask, I almost called you Miss Corona. I mean that the funniest way possible. She's playing it safely.
My Corona.
My Corona. For those of you on Patreon, Mickie and I did a ridiculous sing-along to Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. Probably my favorite clip of all time. Mickie, what are you drinking? That looks very refreshing.
Well, I don't know if you saw this or not. It's a 2 for $6er. You know, I love a good twofer. And it's high in antioxidants and vitamin C, this Vizzy right here. So I don't feel bad about it because it's good for me.
Got busy.
It's good,
Yeah.
especially with this
Busy.
virus going around. You know, I got my mask, I got my vitamin C, you know, just trying to take care of check all the boxes. You know what I
And
mean?
what's the percentage of alcohol in that, Mickie?
Oh yeah.
Not enough.
Not enough. Not enough.
5%.
Yeah,
5%.
like a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what am I wearing? Well, you'll notice that I'm kind of like not in my normal space. Oh my God, what a rib. You're not going to believe it. It just started raining. It just started raining.
No.
Yes, it did, but I'm still
Oh
going to
my
look where I
goodness.
am. You want to know where I am?
I was going to ask, you're on the road. Tell us what you're up to, milady.
I am in Florida right now. Watch this. Cannonball! Okay.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't see that coming.
That's hilarious. I didn't think she'd do it. I didn't think she'd do it.
I didn't either.
I didn't
I
expect
thought
her to do
I
that.
thought you got a kid to do it. I thought you had somebody on the side to do it. Look at
No.
you.
That was me. But I have to go inside now because it's legit starting to rain. And they just came and were like, no, don't do it, as I was doing it.
And you know what? Obviously, with Mickie James, the coronavirus did not disturb your diet. You look awesome. Your abs are coming through. And yeah,
I
look
mean,
at
this
this.
is
body.
why
I
people
have
tune in.
two abs. They're right at the top. They're the only ones that count. If I wear the high-waisted pants, nobody will be the wiser. You know what I mean? Oh my God.
I see we have not one, but two special guests. Melina, can you introduce us to your celebrity furry cameo?
Who is that?
This is my little baby bandit. This is my little baby bandit. He loves me.
He's so cute.
Cute. Now,
He
Melina,
always
how many-
wants to
how
next
many
to me.
dogs do
He
you
knows
have?
I'm paying attention to the camera. That's why he's like, wait a minute.
He's like, who are you talking to and why is it not me?
Mhm.
Yep, exactly.
We love a good puppy. We love a good animal cameo.
We do.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's actually a perfect time. So, Melina, we know that you're an animal lover and you have 3 dogs. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
4?
No, just three. Just three.
3. Okay.
They're her little furry entourage, or fur entourage? I don't know.
Fur
I forgot to
entourage.
mention what I was drinking and wearing. I have a little bit of Red Bull
Yeah.
tonight.
Val, what are you doing?
You know I love talking about my clothes. It's shocking that I didn't just go right into it. Little top shop. I always put my pajamas on my Instagram and do little selfies and things. I've got a quiz clothing little headband, very sparkly.
Beautiful.
You're sparkly.
Love it.
Ooh, it is pretty. It's like a little crown.
I
It
love the
is.
headband feels and looks like a crown.
Because you are a queen, darling.
You are.
Don't be a
You
drag, just
are.
be a queen. And I got some sugar-free Red Bull tonight. Why not?
Sugar-free Red Bull?
You do love a good Red Bull, but I feel like we do this to you because we make you stay up until, you know.
But that Red Bull, I'm telling you, I think Red Bull makes me more giggly and silly than alcohol does. It just cracks me. That's where the entire Robert Palmer sing-along started, because I could not stop picturing Mickie dancing to Addicted to Love and doing one of these moves, and I just could not keep myself together. It was
The
funniest
lights are
thing ever.
on. Oh, and you're not home. Oh, well. It's not your own.
I wish we
know?
had the copyrights to that song. I would totally put it in right now.
I know.
But
We're gonna
Melina,
karaoke it. That's gonna be our thing. When we book this GAW cruise, you know, we're gonna have to jump up all, you know, everybody's gonna have to be, it's gonna be a group sing along.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Everyone's gonna be addicted to love.
Everybody.
Everybody.
You and your love of animals, it's actually the perfect time to do a little segue. And we have so many of our GAW fans.
Do I have to go inside? I do. Said
Oh
because
my
it's gonna storm. Ribs on me, y'all.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's
Do I
gonna
have to go inside? I do.
Well, you have to grab your camera.
Sorry, Dad.
on your phone.
Sorry.
Here.
Okay.
That Val for you.
Oh my! Look at this little buddy.
Charlie the bear.
God. Look at his little fuzzy face.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
His little
He looks like a little man. He looks like a little man.
He's a little grumpy. You're a grumpy old man right now, huh, boo boo?
Oh,
Camera. Look at the
poor
camera.
thing.
Bubba.
Bye-bye.
Show
He's
them
like-
your smile, boo boo.
Oh.
I don't
But
want to
look at the other
smile
one.
today.
Blue.
I saw his little tubes. They're so cute.
Oh my God.
Blue. I've seen Blue before.
Come here, baby
Blue,
Blue.
da.
Oh my God.
So cute.
I want that they see you, boo boo. Let them
Aww.
see. Show them the eyes. Show them the eyes.
You got your beautiful eyes.
I know.
Oh my
Then
God.
it's like, no. This is my
Gosh.
spot. This is my spot.
Are they buddies, Melina? They're all buddies, right?
They're all buddies, but they have like little moments where it's kind of like, because he's the youngest one, so he'll irk the others. So you could tell the other ones are older, and they're like, "Leave me alone," or. But they like lick each other's faces and sleep with each other.
What's his name? What's with the blue eyes? What's his name?
Blue.
Blue.
He's
Blue?
my boy, Blue.
Oh, Blue.
I wanted to call him Blue Eyes like Sinatra, but I was like, nah, it's simple to just say Blue.
So freaking cute. So Melina, you being an animal lover, having your 3 babies, it's Charlie Bear, Blue, and Bandit. Is that right? 3 little furry babies.
Yes,
They're so
my fur
cute.
angels.
Adorable. Well, we thought this is actually the perfect time to share the hashtag Pets of GAW, because we took to Twitter. Let's take it to the tweets. Took to Twitter and we asked all of you to graciously show us your beloved pets. So we're going to put them on the screen right now. We've got a little baby dwarf rabbit. We've got Elena, Archie, and Apollo, Cheweenies. We've got adorable black cats.
Oh.
A freaking prairie
10 years
dog.
old too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so cute.
Can I tell you a funny story? I owned a rabbit when I was attending UCLA, and it was my first time having my own apartment in Westwood, and it was right behind Fraternity Row. But I wasn't really good at flirting, and I was really shy at the time. And but I bought a rabbit, a dwarf rabbit that looked like a Siamese cat. You know those ones? And I had it. I remember I used to cuddle with it, sleep with it. He was kind of really mean, kind of sort of like if you didn't pay attention, he'd run at you and go with his back legs to kick you. Well,
Hashtag like a running rabbit.
Like one of those Japanese stuff.
So I was sleeping on the floor because I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep with the rabbit. I woke up the next morning and I was like, I heard something and I went to the mirror and I looked right here. He ate my hair.
He ate your widow's peak.
Yes, and it stood up like this. It wasn't in a spot that you can't hide it with bangs. I like your bangs. And it was sticking up here and I was like, that mother jumper. Oh my God.
Is that what you said? That mother jumper because he hops around?
Yeah. Oh my, he was the best. I mean, and he chewed, I didn't get my deposit back. He chewed all the carpet in the house. They're very typical animals to have. I mean,
That mother
sweet,
thumper.
but cute.
Mother thumper.
Oh my
Hashtag
God.
mother thumper. You know what, Lisa? You know what's weird is when I was a kid, I think we had 2 white rabbits. I think they came with the house. We lived in North Carolina, North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki.
God, I missed the barbecue. Don't get me started. Shout out to ODB. We had 2 white rabbits that we sort of just got with the house. And the only cool part, they weren't very interesting. They were pretty boring, if I'm honest with you. No offense. But like I'm going to offend rabbits that watch the show. I don't know why I just said that.
All the rabbit lovers out there, we apologize.
We apologize.
But we don't get it. I don't get it.
But their names, 2 white rabbits, their names were Pete and Repeat.
Oh my God,
So cute.
Isn't that cute?
That is cute. That's like that old joke. Remember that joke? The Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
Yes.
yeah, I have a rabbit story.
But Mickey's waiting for the answer. Repeat.
Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
Repeat.
Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Okay, that's
This
enough.
is why y'all drive me to drink. Melina, you have a rabbit story?
Yeah, I
You
have
do
like
you have
not
a
so
rabbit?
great. I had a rabbit too. It
Had.
was just really awful. It passed away, and the next day my dad made tacos, and then he like told. I asked him what the meat was because it was chewy, and he said he's like it's cottontail. No, it wasn't. My dad just says shit like that to be mean. I was traumatized forever. But it wasn't really that. He just said it just to be cruel. He's
My
a
God.
prankster. My dad's such a prankster that I was like, I started crying and everything. And then he laughed and he's like, Mija, no. I was just kidding.
Mija.
I was just kidding.
Oh,
I was like,
so
oh,
sweet.
I was crying.
I thought he really did. I didn't know. I was like,
because Latin families, that's why I believe Latin families, they do it. They do stuff like that.
In England,
and I was like,
in England, obviously, like, not having understanding of what they eat over here. Like, I saw like pigeon on the menu when I first moved here, and like pheasant, pigeon, lots of rabbit, just a lot of weird, like weird to me.
Yeah, you can definitely eat rabbit for sure, but it's like
but
that
pigeon,
reminds me of a story from my stepdad did to me. Like, it was a good rib because I was very anti-hunting when I was younger. And he was a big hunter, and he would take my little brother out to teach him how to hunt and stuff like that. So now I get it. Like, I get it. I don't want a person, like, I'll go shoot a gun and I'll shoot, like, skeet shoot, but I'm not trying to kill an animal. But I recognize the need for it. But I don't know how old I was. I was probably in my early teens, so I felt like I was very much like set in my ways. Like, I was trying to like stand my ground on stuff and find my identity, and it was very anti. Like, I'm not eating deer. I don't care if you kill it. That's what you want to do, but don't ask me to eat it, right? So I refused. And so they made dinner one night, and they told me it was a roast. Like, I don't know why cow is okay, but deer apparently broke my heart. Right?
Yeah.
So he told me it was a regular roast. And then after I'd eaten it, and it was delicious, amazing, he then goes like, oh, how was that roast? And I'm like, oh, it was great. It was so good. And he goes, yeah, that was that deer I killed the other day. And I lost. He wasn't lying though. It was the deer. I lost my mind.
That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear, because like over here they eat things that I didn't grow up with, and I'm just terrified that's going to be a thing where people don't tell me, and then I've already eaten it, and then it's like, oh, guess what? By the way, quickly, how did all four of us have rabbit stories? That's impressive.
We were the type where like, I want a little Peter Cottontail. Yeah. Mine was named Cottontail for Peter Cottontail.
Yeah.
That's
I never had a pet rabbit. I did hit a rabbit with my 4-wheeler one time, and I tried to save its life. It didn't work out. I put him in the back of the horse trailer thinking I could save him. He's all like, he did not survive.
Sometimes animals just like gravitate to cars. Like, it's the weirdest thing.
He like jumped right out in front of
birds do that. Birds like go right in front of your car. It's like they're daring themselves.
I don't care.
It's
really.
suicide.
We're more like sensitive to animals. We can care less what happens to humans. But when something happens to an animal, that's the end of my scary movie. And if a dog comes in, I go, oh, the family has a dog that's going to get killed by that psychotic kid. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it.
It's like when we watch films, it's like I can watch a war movie where like hundreds of people die, but like I watch Marley and Me, and I'm like, I'm turning it off.
I know.
Can't handle.
No. So not okay.
Right.
Not okay. So true.
But in all seriousness, before I start crying over the fact that Marley and Me, I can't even. Melina, so
it's a good movie.
Honestly, I don't know. I turned it off. I couldn't. But Melina, happier conversations. Happier.
Sorry. I turned it all crazy.
No, but the dog died. No, but in all seriousness, Melina, so please catch us up to what you've been up to. You're now in California, right? So how have you been? What's been going on?
Oh my goodness. So like the main thing is like I've been trying like doing Patreon, but I'm not, it's been like a journey because the Patreon members like moved with me across the country and like my car died. All this crazy stuff happened. And I'm glad that they were there to witness all this stuff because they like helped me out so much. But yeah, I just been here and I've been just focusing on that because with COVID and everything, yeah, I'm not gonna take chances, and I'm still we're trying to get our dad to come out here because he's in Mexico, and it's just so many things to think about regarding that. But I've been doing a lot of stuff to stay positive and focused where it comes to all the stuff I've never done because I was too busy traveling.
Yeah.
So
in some ways, I don't want to say this has ever been a blessing. That's not the right wording. But at the same time, Melina, you and I talk all the time. And it's like when we're talking about Patreon, it's like, actually, this is the perfect time because, you know, we always have this excuse of like, I'm always on the road. I can't do it. I can't update things. And now it's actually the perfect time to interact with your fans. So that does bring me to my next point. We have something on the show called A Social Peak, let's do a social peek right now. We're gonna look at Melina's social peek. Everybody ready? Social peek?
Whoa.
You can't do it upside down. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna do it on.
That was so good.
I don't know why this is my favorite part of the show. I said in the
I
chat a
see
few
you
weeks ago,
there.
like that little piece of music.
That was
Nikki,
like
you
so
got it,
hard
you
for me. I
got
was
it.
like, wait, I've
You
never
got it.
done that before, have I?
You got it. Nikki can't do it.
Oh
She does it with such grace.
Who, me? No.
Do like what?
Why,
Look
this
what?
is all
what-
jacked
what-
up.
what-
How did
Remember what?
Lisa,
Nikki,
let's
remember
Like,
when
you have to
Hurricane?
twist your
Nikki,
arms
Nikki,
all the way around,
Nikki.
right?
Remember when Hurricane used to do this? Go like this.
He loves
That's
doing
like-
Gotcha.
yeah,
Charlie Bear.
like
Charlie
this.
Bear's trying to get on camera.
well,
Put a terror rotator
Charlie's
cuff.
trying to
while
get
we
on
work
camera.
on how to do a social peek, we're going to work on this for about 10 minutes. We're going to show you an exclusive clip of Melina's Patreon, which you should totally be joining. We're going to put the info on the screen, but take a look at this exclusive clip from Melina's Patreon. Let's take a little peek.
Maybe it's a package from Amazon. Nobody get dirty out there, right? Amazon. Yesterday was a beautiful day, which means today's gonna be a great day. I tell myself, I'm just gonna close my eyes for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 hours. Rob, happy 23rd birthday! You made it this far.
Hi.
Hi!
How are you?
Doing good, how about you? You're my first ring person. This is my first time.
Look at Mickey's getting that
Wow.
close up on that Patreon.
Up close in person now.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much.
You might have a new Patreon member in Mickie, Melina.
Yeah.
Melina, so obviously Patreon.
She gets pictures for free. Mickey.
Woo woo!
She's all up in my DM.
Here's Melina.
She's one of those. But Melina, you've been enjoying Patreon. You've been on it for about like a couple months, right?
Oh yeah, 2 months. 2 months.
Wow.
Fabulous.
You like
It's
it?
really great. They're holding me accountable for my actions. Because of them, I'm actually like I do daily affirmations. I wake up in the morning. I'm like now I'm used to a routine because I have no choice. I have to do it. And you know what's weird is that we travel so much that I never had a routine before. Not really. My routine was like relax at home, get ready to travel. And then when I'm traveling and at shows and appearances, I stick to that schedule and then go home, relax and do whatever I want. But I never had a schedule at home. So after all like 2 months of quarantine, I realized, oh my God, I'm not doing anything in my day. I'm not being productive as I should be. And then all the things that I wrote down that I want to do, to get them done, I need to have a schedule. I need to look at my watch, which I've never done before when I'm at home. So so I don't know if any of you guys do this, but say you're like, hey, I'm gonna paint my nails. It'll take me like 2 hours to get to that when it should just be like, okay, I'm gonna paint my nails. But I dilly dally. I'm like, oh, the dogs are so cute. I'm gonna play with the dogs.
Yeah.
I feel hungry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So now
I'm the same. I'm always getting ready to do something. I'm fixing
Yeah,
I
ready
get
to do
distracted by everything.
right.
Yeah.
And that's
I know.
because I'm rarely ever at home.
Yeah.
ADHD at its finest. ADHD at its finest.
ADHD. But you know, I see it true. Like we all live those kind of lives where, like, yeah, it's almost like our life kind of is decompressed at home, but you're really just living out of a suitcase, and you're just getting ready for that next, in my case, weekend of shows, doing Comic Cons or whatever else. And now there's no excuse of I don't have the time, because I do have the time. And I try to, like, just like you, Melina, I try to kind of schedule things, but then there's no one to really keep watch of you. So you're like, I can do it later. I'm such a procrastinator. It's scary. But Patreon is it's one of those things that, you know, Lisa's creating a Patreon as well. And we have a GAW TV Patreon. Might as well put the little graphic up to tell us where you can see us on Patreon, patreon.com/GAWTV if you want to support the show.
Hello.
We welcome you there. Thank you. But yeah, Patreon's great, but it does take a lot of self-discipline to remember to do your weekly updates and your photo shoots and things like that. But speaking of social media, Melina, you introduced us, Lisa and I just joined, Rave. Can you tell us about Rave VIP?
Yes, Rave is so amazing because, okay, so the way I see it is, since we're COVID and everything's going on, we're not doing appearances at Comic-Cons or anything. So, I mean, we're the type of people who are very social and we want to interact with our fans. So now we get to do it online through video chats, and Rave lets us get to do that. So you just kind of like, you have a schedule. The fans can look at the schedule, see what times are available, and just book a time slot, and boom, video chat.
Wow.
And you get to talk to your favorite person.
That's awesome.
It's kind of
So,
like
and then is it on a website or is it on an app?
It's an app.
Oh, that's
Right?
sweet. If you just, I'm nosy because I'm curious. Is it an app? Like, okay, so then do you
Okay, I
tell
don't know. I haven't
what
seen it
days
on
you
a-
want to do it or what?
I haven't seen it on an app. I've seen it on ravevip.com. So I've been using the computer for that. So
Okay,
that's the way
so
I've logged on.
I saw Melina because I went to Twitter because social media, you have to be on top of everything. And like, you know, socalval posts a lot on her social media, let me tell you. So I'm like, I have to, the first thing I went to Twitter, Melina, your picture came up. The first thing, and I was like, what is this Rave thing? And I was like, what is this? And I clicked on it, and then it is an app. You can download the app. And I was like, oh, that's so cool that a fan could have a FaceTime conversation with you one-on-one, not through live chat or anything like that, but it's a one-on-one 10-minute conversation or whatever your time limit is.
Ah.
Oh my God. So I reached out. I actually followed them on the app, on Instagram. So is it an app? Okay. Oh, sorry, Instagram. And I said, hey, I saw Melina is doing this. How do I get involved in this? And that's when they reached out and how did you hear of us? I said, Melina Perez. And so, yeah, I signed up like within a day.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Melina,
I haven't done one yet.
so I was saying, she's like us in the sense that we're all about the fan interaction. You know, when we started GAW TV, we're like, we wanted to make sure that it was a lot of fan interaction because we, you know, even in the chat room, we got to know everybody that's in that chat room. You can say the word Frank, or the name Frank, you can say the name Remy, Anthony, Ella. There's so many people that actually have become, you know, first name basis with us because we love talking to them. They support our Patreon. And speaking of which, we're going to go to a fan question. And actually, I'm going to start with Ella because at It's Ella J. First of all, before I get to the question, she was our first ever female patron. And why that's important to us, I think you guys will agree. You know, we're girls. We love our male fans, but it's really interesting to us that, you know, we've gotten a lot of responses from females for the show because it is, you know, like a female slumber party. So we love that. Ella, thank you for being a top tier in Patreon and also our first ever female patron. So cheers to Ella, everyone.
Here's to hey, you know what? I got to say, what we should say about Ella, too, is that she does her own little podcast.
Yes.
You know, it's like a fan-based podcast. Is it a wrestling GAW? Am I getting it right? I'm going to look it up on my phone right now. She's so sweet. She's come to, you know, she's been to wrestling shows and stuff, but she's gone to the NAMAs, the Native American Music Awards, when I've been up there in Buffalo, because that's where she's kind of from. Mm-hmm. So she's gone 2 or 3 years in a row. And she also, I did a show at that same Seneca Casino, and she came with her mom. Yeah. So I met her mom at that show. So she's so sweet.
Can we make her a hashtag GAW of the week for being our first female patron?
Yes,
heck yeah.
Yes, please. Yes,
Here's
please.
to Ella, our GAW of the week, baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
To
ma'am.
Ella.
Yes.
We love her. She sent us the sweetest message when she joined. You will love her. She's wonderful. So she asks,
I know her.
yeah. So her question to us is, would you consider writing an autobiography? Let's go to Mickie James first. Little bookski?
I actually would. I would, and I've thought about it. I've had several people approach me about it, and I'm just not, like, I feel like I need to start on it now, and I need to have conversations with some of my friends so they can help me remember some stuff, like stories. Because there'll be times when someone will be like, hey, do you remember that time when this and that happened? I'm like, no. They're like, really? Especially people from, from like high school or from stuff like that. And I'm like, no. And what I've realized is that this memory is kind of like, is pretty significant to them, but we've done so much or whatever. So we have all these like memories, and some of them are trapped way back there behind a door in a
You
safe.
called that your crap area the other week.
It's like locked up tight. I would love to write a book, and I really would, an autobiography, but I want to do it myself. I don't want to have like a ghostwriter write it for me or something like that. So, and I think I would want to be finished wrestling when I wrote it. I think I would have to be away from the business to be able to give, like, because right now when I look at it, it's like you could write an autobiography, but I feel like I've only lived half my life. And so like you would only get half the story, right? So it'd have to be a 2-parter or something,
Yeah, totally.
We're just getting to the good stuff now.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the good stuff for me.
But don't you feel like with autobiographies, like when we talk about all the stuff we've done in our life and like all this, like not just wrestling, even prior to that in our old jobs, my restaurant, I feel like I should be 80 years old for what I've experienced at this age.
For sure.
Like my book, it's like if I wait longer, it's going to get like this big. Do you know what I mean? And it's I do want to write it when I'm completely out of the limelight, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know, like not the limelight, but wrestling. There's so many stories, and we're going to have to ask our friends in the business, can I tell the story about this time? Because you don't want some stuff to go on like this. Oh, I don't want that really out or something.
Right. Or to mess up somebody's life, or to like, there's a lot you consider when writing these autobiographies, for sure. But you're very sweet to say, I have to ask them if I can do that story, because there's a lot of people who have written their autobiographies and they did not bother asking, and they've outed and like really done some serious damage to other people's real lives, who even if they're 10, 15 years away from that moment, it's caused like irreparable damage. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I agree. Yeah.
And it's not fair.
Memory is different, right? So like if you're recalling a story and this is the way that you remember it, it could be totally different for the other person. I'm with you, Mickie. I feel like, I'm going to be 35 in next March. So I feel like to write something like that, which Ella, I love the question, but to write something like that now for me seems very premature. But Melina, have you considered doing anything in writing for what your experiences?
It's like, yes. And then like, now that I think about it, it's kind of like tomorrow's never guaranteed to us. So if, heaven forbid, if something were to ever happen, I hope I could stay.
Yeah.
Like I keep thinking, I was like, well, what if something happens next week? Or nothing's guaranteed.
For sure.
Yeah.
I guess in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I should be saying something. Like, maybe I should be writing something. Like, I don't know. So it's kind of like, I guess, but then that's me. I've always, since I was a kid, and it's an odd thing to think about as a kid, I always thought of the possibility of what if there's no tomorrow. So that I guess that's why I live every day all happy and as if there's not going to be a tomorrow, because I don't want to lose, like, I want to take advantage of each day.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Knock on wood. Hold on, knock on wood somewhere.
I agree with you, Melina, because we have lived such a hard life too, and we've been through so much. Take advantage of right now, and like, I mean, it's not like in a week you're gonna write your book. It's gonna take a couple of years.
It's gonna take time, man.
Yeah.
Time.
Well, they say
that's
it usually takes to write a book. It usually takes about at least a minimum of a year.
Wow.
To get it all, to write it, to be able to get the pre-thing done. Like when I was talking to like whoever, it was like, well, we project if we start it on the book now, it would release in 18 months. Like it's like that's the scope, because it takes that long to sit with, whether you're writing it, and obviously I'm not the one. Mick has written several books and the children, you know what I mean? And he's been he was probably the first one to be uber successful in the whole book writing world, that really launched it for a platform for so many wrestlers to then write their own books, I personally think. But he was the only one who actually then took it and went and wrote children's books and did this other thing, because he's so smart. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So
who doesn't love a good children's book? I read them every night.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And it's not even for Donna. I just need to put myself to bed.
The first wrestling book I ever read, was Missy Hyatt's book.
Lisa, I was just about to say, I haven't read that many wrestling books, but I based a little bit of my character on Missy Hyatt, and I read that book. Yes, ma'am. Kind of freaked me out.
Yes, and I was like, what the hell am I getting myself into? And that's when I learned about no hair, no flare.
I can't.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? What business did I choose to go into? I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God.
It's a lot, but it was an interesting read, though, wasn't it?
It was a lot.
I didn't like was the Jason Murphy story.
I read it
I was kind of like,
I read it just like that. It was, Yes.
Well, ladies, we could talk all night, and I feel like that's what's going to happen, because we love being together. We love doing a little girl chat. But, Melina, in honor of you, we have Alan's Armbar, and he has created something especially for you. So everyone raise a glass. We're about to go to the Armbar for Melina's very special cocktail. Check this out.
Woo! So the ladies of GAW TV aren't the only ones having a slumber party tonight. I'm in my robe, I have my face mask, and I'm feeling gorgeous. My name's Alan, and this is the Armbar. You asked, we got her. Melina is here, and in celebration of that, we've created a signature cocktail after one of your finishing moves, the Sunset Split. So the first ingredient in the Sunset Split, 1 measure of tequila. Then we're gonna use 1 measure of raspberry vodka and just a splash of strawberry syrup. And then we're gonna use equal measures of orange juice and cranberry juice. Now this is my favorite bit. Let's shake things up. So there you have it, the Sunset Split. Just so you know, Melina, I could do the splits, but I just had a big dinner. Well, ladies, I'll let you get back to your slumber party. I'm having my own fun here with beauty treatments and booze. Cheers.
Oh my God.
Yummy.
Oh, good.
I want to drink that right now.
All of them. Serve them up, Alan.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
wish we could
Alan.
just order room service. Yes.
Right now.
Oh,
That is so my drink. That is so my drink.
For anyone that would like the recipe, we're going to put this obviously on our YouTube channel. And of course, you can go to Alan's Armbar on IGTV and YouTube for all of the ingredients. We have encouraged you guys to make your own armbar recipes and send us, of course, your concoctions using the hashtag GAWTV. Get creative in the bar. That's what the armbar segment is all about. So send us those recipes. Send us those photos of your cocktails using hashtag GAWTV. Woo! Oh my gosh, ladies. You know,
what a great show.
We hate this part of the show, don't we, girls? Oh my gosh. Everyone in the chat
This is the
was
worst
like,
part.
is it over? We hate it.
I know.
It happens so quickly. Time flies like that.
I know.
no.
Well, we have to end the show because, again, we could talk all night long because we love each other and this has been so much fun to catch up. Melina, any final thoughts for our GAW TV fans watching?
I just want you guys to know that I love you and I appreciate this time with you. And I mean, anything, if you're wondering where to find anything Melina, it will be at realmelina.com. So usually it's just Real Melina. So you'll find it there. But I love you guys. I love you guys
We
so
love
much.
you. We love having you, of course. We will
Yeah.
have you back, Mickie and Lisa. Mickie, by the way, thank you for making time for us on the road. I know you're busy, so
I
thank you.
know, big surprise ski. I even got my nails done.
boy.
But can I tell you that we're so happy to have you on the show, Melina. We've had so many requests for you from day one. We've been asked, like, you were one of the ones who have been like, when is she coming on the show? So I'm so grateful that you made the time to come on here with us. We're so happy. So yeah. And I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too.
I love you too. I love you, Melina. Like it was
I miss
so
you
nice
guys
that you
so much.
You dropped into the live chat the last episode we were watching, and people were like, "When are you going to have Melina on the show?" So, whoa, they're in for a surprise. You are next guest. But yeah, right. But thank you guys. Friendship that we have during our generation, like we're so lucky to have one another, especially after all we've been through and stuff like that. So I love you guys. Thank you for being part of my life.
Yeah, same.
Aw.
Same. We need to
Lisa.
treasure these girlfriend relationships, and that's what GAW TV is all about. Again, thank you to everyone in the chat room that's been here. Thank you to everyone that requested Melina. Like Mickie said, from day one, we love having you here. Mickie and Lisa and I, thank you for being here. And of course, on behalf of Melina, she will be back, y'all, on GAW TV.
Yes, you
Cheers, ladies. Thank you for being here. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Good night. Love you.
Love you.
This is the word of GAW, y'all.